I cannot tell you how sick I am, ladies and gentlemen, of these rhinos that we have in office. I am sick of them. Absolutely sick of them. Lindsey Graham, John McCain, Krispy Kreme Christie. There's a whole bunch of them. Karl Rove, although he's not holding office, he's another nut walking around with that stupid whiteboard. Yeah, that's right, I said it, Carl. You're no conservative. You're an establishment Republican. You don't agree with defunding Obamacare. Kelly Ayoade's another one. I mean, there's just so many in office. There are many great Tea Party candidates, or Tea Party senators and representatives that we have. Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, to some extent, although I don't agree with him on immigration. Rand Paul I like. Mike Lee's pretty good. But on the other hand, we have far too many rhinos in office. And I'm sick of them. I'm completely sick of them selling out the conservative movement. Because what happens is that they're getting in the way of us Tea Partiers, us conservatives, getting this country back to our constitutional roots. The left-wing folks, they're not the only ones acting as a roadblock here. It's the establishment, too. And we need to realize that and take them down if we are to get back to our constitutional roots. Now, the other day, I can't remember where I found this. I think someone posted on Facebook or something, but it was an audio clip of John McCain at a town hall meeting in Tucson, Arizona, basically touting immigration reform, touting gun control. The guy's a liberal, folks, and when he goes on these news shows, I see the little R next to his name. That means, he's a Republican, and I can't believe my eyes. How are people still calling this man a Republican? He's a liberal. He's a flat-out liberal. Listen to what John McCain had to say the other day. Again, he's at a town hall meeting in Tucson, Arizona. This is a news story from the local news there in Arizona. Listen.
Senator John McCain in Tucson today for a town hall. The senator touring the state, touting immigration reform and its impact on Arizona's economy. Among other things, the public got the chance to fire some questions at the senator at the Pima County Health Building near Ajo and Country Club, and that's where we find out on your sides, Craig Smith.
Well, one of the questions the senator took involved a question about sexual assault in the military. The senator said that problem has his attention and the attention of lawmakers who are very concerned about that issue. He said people who commit to the military must have confidence they will be free from sexual assault. And that was just one of a long list of issues he took on. Senator McCain opened with a pitch for comprehensive immigration reform. He says about 70% of the public supports it, as long as immigrants meet conditions like paying fines and paying in.
Oh yeah, Johnny? Is that what you say, Johnny? 70% support it? Well, here's another poll for you, pal. 56% of Americans want to see the border secured before any talks of amnesty go on in this country. The majority of Americans want the border secure. But you just turn a blind eye to that. That's not really important. You don't really care about securing the border. You don't. Because, Johnny, you're a liberal.
Taxes they owe. He says if the country does not find a better way to deal with 11 million illegal immigrants.
In my view, that's de facto amnesty, because I don't believe that any of us think we're going to round up 11 million people and send them back to wherever they came from.
Stop. You know, this is something that it baffles me. It really does. Amnesty and massive deportation are not the only two solutions. I've given my solutions on immigration a few episodes ago. We need to make this country hell on earth for these illegal immigrants. Make them leave themselves. Make the living here in America so bad for these people who are here illegally that they're forced to go back to Mexico, or wherever the hell they came from. Yes, rounding up and deporting 11 million illegals is probably impossible. That's why we need to enact and enforce current laws that will make them leave on their own. I'm a 19-year-old college student, Johnny, and I thought of that myself. But no, for you, it's just, we're not going to round up 11 million illegals, so amnesty is the only solution. It's not that hard, Johnny. Use your brain. Use your brain. Think. Keep listening.
Promised to keep pushing for better gun control after families affected by the January 8th mass shooting thanked him for his efforts so far. John Green is father of Christina Taylor Green, the 9-year-old girl killed that day.
I think all of us, whether you agree or you don't agree, as you mentioned earlier, we feel like there's some things that could be done.
Of course there's things that can be done, but I don't want to go with Johnny's plan because Johnny's plan is massive gun control. Johnny's plan is revisiting stand your ground laws. He's not a conservative. He's not a Republican. John McCain is a liberal. I'd rather have the man just leave this party for good. Because it pisses me off when I see that little R next to his name. Like he's some kind of Republican, like he stands for freedom, like he stands for the American people. He doesn't. John McCain is a liberal, ladies and gentlemen, along with many others in Congress and in the Senate who call themselves Republicans. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, that is why we're not returning to our constitutional roots as quickly as we could be. Because again, we have two roadblocks in the way. The liberals and these idiots like John McCain. Both must be defeated. Politically, of course. Both must be defeated. Now, I offered a solution last episode. I touched on this briefly. In 2014, we need to elect pure conservatives. If there's a candidate going up who has even one moderate or liberal position, do not vote for them. Because chances are when they get into office, they're going to switch up more of their views and turn more liberal. That's exactly what happened to John McCain after he got elected. Vote for pure conservatives. People who are not going to change their positions just to conform to the liberals, just so that no one picks on them, just so the media goes easy on them. Screw that. Screw that. Stand true to your principles.
Factor Talk Radio.